Yeah, I was just showing Aaron these pictures I took the other day of an area behind the Trailside Home Division. This is trash, 50 or so carts, grocery carts, that are stacked up in the water reclamation area. Now, did the city, or did someone buy those cars, or should they be returned, or are they stolen property? Did they wind up in the water canals? I mean, pass these around, these pictures. You can see this is blight, old tires, pieces of metal. And I was sweeping the 5K, Gold Beef Days, and I ran into a lot of people from out of town, people that hadn't been on that trail back there right behind my home, commenting on how it kind of crummy it really looks. They took the tamarisks out. They left piles and piles of chip shred that were never disseminated or spread around. We were told they were going to replant some indigenous local trees. That has not been done. Fall would be the time that should have happened. It's fall right now, so I'm not seeing anything happen out there. There's old political signs, barbed wire. It's a big mess. And I think that the water reclamation people either need to warehouse their junk, take it off to the dump, or put up a privacy fence or something. So
Bonnie,
that's why I'd like that looked at.
Yeah, Bonnie, it's a good point. You sent us an email a few days ago. I sent you one last night. I don't know if you had seen it.
Richard Seacrest did call me.
Oh, good. Okay.
And we spoke, and he wasn't sure. He thought possibly it would be a public works matter.
It is. And
So-
I spoke with Bill Tanner yesterday about this specifically, and he intends to address it. We may be screening it off or moving or just getting that stuff out of the area altogether.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
He's aware of it, and we will fix it.
Yay, thank you.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
You bet. John?
And I can tell you about the baskets. Bill usually goes around the neighborhoods and he collects those. And once he collects enough of them, he goes and returns them back. And so it's kind of a service that he does.
Okay.
And he returns them back to
Okay.
the appropriate.
There's a lot of them out there right now.
Yeah. So that's something he does because they get scattered all over the city. So he does pick those up and return those back. And as far as the other piece, NDF did have the project. They received grant money to do a fuel reductions program. And so they came to the city asking what areas would benefit from fuel reductions. And I know Trailside, they've had several concerns with the tamarisk being dry and potential fire hazard. And so the city directed NDF towards that site. And I know at that point they worked with the property owner to give permission to go in and remove the tamarisk. The other portion of it was the re-veg, and the re-veg that was going to occur this fall. Unfortunately, the two head people that were working on the project had moved on. They're not working with NDF anymore, and so we've had kind of a struggle on getting somebody else from NDF to respond because they haven't filled those positions yet. And so we've been in contact with NDF, and hopefully they'll come in and do the re-veg effort on that property. But it is a private property. It's not
It's
city.
Ants owns it, I think.
Ants owns it.
Yeah.
NDF works specifically with Ants to do that project. We were involved primarily just on a consult basis with NDF.
And just a personal, the tamarisk, when they cut them down at the base, they're all crown sprouting. The entire effort will not be evidenced very shortly. Within another few years, it'll all come back. But in the meantime, they just created what I consider a giant mess. They disrupted habitat, only for it to come back even stronger. Now all the trash can be seen, and you can really now see all of the stuff that's piled up by the water reclamation area. So just, to me, it was kind of a not such a great thing.
It was primarily to reduce
Right.
fire, and I know a lot of those residents, and I think.
Yeah, no, I
we're
understand
concerned
why
with
it
the
was
fire,
done.
so
I get it, but, anyway, thank you.
You can call and talk to me about it.
Yeah,
If you'd like,
okay.
and I can give some more
there's anything I can do.
Yes, sir.
How you doing? My name is Mike. I'm here in Sun City for the last 7 months, permanent resident up here. I don't know if I need to equate this to maybe getting into casinos for odds, but my wife and I have had 3 experiences from I-15, Falcon Ridge Parkway to the first traffic light, headed that way, where we run into head-on traffic, pulling out of the Walmart, Chevron gas station, pointed in the wrong way. I'm sure the city has done review, planning, everything that it took to put all that concrete and asphalt in to make that right. It's wrong. It needs to be looked at. I get my car hit because somebody is not smart enough to read, see, or otherwise drive on the right side of the road. I pay for it ultimately. Everybody will pay for it. And I've seen trucks. I've seen a lot. And I know the police department's on top of things, their exposure and stuff like that is great, but that needs some review. Signs, lights, a clown out there with a hat on saying don't go this way, I don't know, but it needs to be worked on.
Wrong way on the roundabouts.
Yeah, wrong way on the roundabouts.
That almost got hit once.
I see them coming down the ramp, the ramp up here, and they get in the left lane, and they actually try to get back on the wrong side of the roundabout to get back underneath over there. The roundabouts are a good idea. It's a good yield, it works, but it works with people that are smart enough to drive them. I just don't want to be paying for something I shouldn't have to be paying for. Whether my car gets hit and fixed, even if I try to sell it, it's useless. So and 3 times in 6 months, that's no way.
Mike, I hear you on this. We're aware of it. We had my public works director here today to let you know what our plans are with this, but we're aware of it. I know the police department's aware of this as well. We'll try to find some way of allocating the resources to fix it before somebody gets hurt.